Welcome to SHREE RSC classes. So today we will learn about the decimal place value system. So as we all know that a decimal number actually has two components. What are the two components? A whole number part and a fractional part. For example, let's say if I have a number like 17.58. So, as I can see that in this number, this 17 is nothing but the whole number, and this 58 is nothing but the fractional part. So today we will discuss about this fractional part in detail and about this whole number as well. So basically, if I write any number, for example, let's say 532, I know how to write the place values for this number, because if I talk about this too, I know that this is the ones column, then this is the tens column, and this is the hundreds column, right? So similarly, the same thing happens in the decimal as well. But there are some different names that we need to understand. So as we can see that there is a picture down here, let's try to understand what is given in the picture. So here it is the decimal point which is separating the whole number part to the fractional part. So you can see that it is starting from the ones, then tens, then hundreds. For example, let's say if I write 532, this is the same number that I'm writing here. So this 2 is in the ones column, this 3 is in the tens column, and this 5 is in the hundreds column. Now, for example, let's say if I write any other two number as well, let's say 1 8. Now, see, this is after the decimal now. For example, let's say if I have a number like this, so you can see that this 1 8 is after the decimal, and that's why I'm writing this one after the decimal, and after the 1 I am having an 8. So now let us understand about the place values of these two numbers. So basically, after the decimal, the first place column is known as tenths. And how do we write it in the form of a fraction? We write it as 1 tenth, 1 over 10. Now, after tenths, the second position after the decimal point is the hundredths place value column. And this is known as 1 over 100 in the form of fraction. So this one is in the tenths column and this 8 is in the hundredths column. So this is how we do the place value in the decimal part as well. Also, I want to give you some extra information as well. You know what? If you go ahead, if you want to know about the third place value after this decimal point, that is nothing but thousandths. And we will write it as 1 over 1000 in the form of fraction. So after decimal, the first place value column will be tens. After tens, it will be hundreds. After hundreds, it will be thousands. In this manner, it is going. Now, let us understand one more thing what is happening here. So you can see that as when I'm going towards the right side, the values are getting 10 times smaller each time. For example, when I jumped from the hundreds column to the tens column, I basically divided by 10. Each time, whenever I make a jump to the next column, I am dividing by 10. And this is the same thing happening in the decimal place value system as well. In the whole place value system, it is happening. Now, let's come back to this number. So, basically, if we talk about and if I, ask you to see the place values of each digit in this number, so we can clearly see that this is a decimal point. That means if I go towards the left side, then the 7 is my ones column, then my ones 1 is my tens column. Now if I am going to the right side of the decimal, which is the fractional part, so this 5 is my tenths column, and this 8 is in my hundredths column. So this is what happening in the decimal place value system. I hope you have understood, and I hope you like the video. Thank you.